Hello and welcome. We're back for another episode of Chatter Hoochee. My name's Matt.
Oh, that's me. I'm George.
That is you, and we're here this time, by the way, with our first ever guest on this podcast. And we've done well for episode 2, don't you think?
Absolutely. I can't believe we're here with the new podcast with a guest on the screen with us. First three-way split on the screen. Very
That
exciting.
That is special. That is special. But our guest, well, let's introduce her, shall we? Well, very much. I feel like I've spoken to this guest. I think we've pretty much spoken every year for the last few years, actually. And every year, this person's career just gets bigger and better and busier. Brand new singles out now called "Love You with the Lights On." Please welcome Presley Tennant.
Well, thank you. Thank you,
Presley,
thank you.
welcome.
Thanks, guys, for having me. I appreciate this.
Anytime
Oh
at
my
all.
gosh,
It's
you're
always good
so
to see you.
welcome.
Always good to see you. First question. How are you? What have you been up to?
I have been doing so great. I mean, the single came out today, which is very exciting. So it's kind of been just like getting everything going. I've been doing a lot of stuff with putting out new music. I think I put out 3 within the last couple months. And then there's more stuff that I'm working on for 2025 already. And so just kind of getting everything like that ready to go. So as soon as the new year hits, we can start putting things out.
Actually, before we move on to anything else, how is the doggo? How's the dog?
She is good. My other dog ended up passing away a couple weeks ago, but
Oh,
she is still
sorry.
Oh,
here. Taffy's still here and kicking. They are so old. Like I want to say they were like I think my Chihuahua was 18 or 19,
Oh
and
my
this one's
gosh.
wow.
19. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like they have lived very long lives. I knew it was gonna happen soon, but it was just, it still hurts. It's like it's your best friend.
Yeah, of
You've had them all
course.
your life.
And so this year sounds like it's been a hectic year for you. What's kind of been the highs and lows of this year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this year especially, I have been learning a lot just about who I am, not only as an artist, but like who I am as a person. And I feel like you every couple of years you kind of go through that again. But I know this year it's like this was ultimately my first year back into releasing music again because I had taken, I want to say, about a 2-year hiatus from releasing just to focus on the writing and figure out what I want to put out next. Um, and I feel like the singles that were put out, they were really like at least a point in time in my life where I felt that way. And like I remember in the beginning of the year it was Somebody Like You, and it's like, sometimes things don't work out in the long run and that's totally fine. But then um and so there was a song about that, and then you have the bad decisions, and it just like that summertime kind of feeling. I'm from Southern California. I mean, I'm looking at a palm tree right now because that's all we have really around us. And so it's like I mean, I love the beach. I love that sound. And so I was like, how could we make like steel guitar meets palm tree? Where it's not necessarily like Jimmy Buffett like island style, but like a little Southern California type feel. And I don't know, we put that out, and then there was the duet that I put out, and then Pick Your Poison, which I had written last year at some point, and so that one was a really cool one to release, which I'm very excited about. And then now to this one, Love You with the Lights On. And I don't know, this one's kind of like just this like little love song that like takes you on this journey of like, oh my God, we were friends for way longer, and now look at us where we are now. And like you find your person, and um I don't know, it's just like you can see everything about them and you love everything about them. So I mean that one's out now and I'm very excited.
And I
Yeah.
love the concept. And I'm sorry, like, mom, if you're listening, but like when you're with someone and it's kind of like turn the lights off. But I like the flip of it of like, no, let's turn the lights on. Like I feel like that is more intimate, and you can feel that in the song.
Well, and I think I remember when I walked into the Right, it was with David Ray, Stevens, and Brandon Hart. And so I showed up and I was like, I have no idea what to write about anymore. Like I had just gotten through a week of writing nonstop. I had no ideas left, and I was like, or at least any good ideas left. Otherwise, they were like, you know, stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And then I walked in there like, what about this idea? And I was like, what are you meaning with this? Like, where are we going? The way I heard it was more on seeing somebody, and it's like even like I don't know, like, I found, like, this quote yesterday, and that's kind of what I was envisioning about, and it was like a perfect relationship is finding somebody that sees your imperfections and your flaws and your insecurities and still loves you despite them.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to put that into it, and so it kind of just came to be, and that's kind of like the vision we were going after was like, no matter what you're feeling, it's like this person is always there for you. So it's like let's shine a light on
Yeah.
it.
Let's
So
not stray away from it and turn the lights off.
it's
Let's
not like the
turn the
whole
lights on.
superficial, like, oh my God, like let's meet me at the bar or take me out when it's like
Yeah.
daytime, not like let's go
Yes.
meet at a bar. I mean, it could work that way too, but that wasn't necessarily the goal. But I don't know. It's just one of those things.
And I guess like the beauty of music is it means what it means to whoever's listening to it, right? People find their own stories in it.
Do you know what is great about this as well is that this video you posted, I think, is gonna really, really attach UK people to it because you released this video of the song and this old couple dancing in a car park, and in the background it is what seems to be a very popular supermarket here in the UK called Aldi. Firstly, how did you find this video? And also, how many couples are doing this nowadays? Like, this is very like slow dance in the parking lot. Jordan Davis, isn't it?
Well, exactly. And I have no idea. I think I found videos that were like it on TikTok because I'm scrolling TikTok because I'm Gen Z all the time. And I remember seeing videos like that and I kept coming through like all these like love songs and I was like, or like these like little like sweet, like wholesome. I found like another one with like there's like they're old. Wow, I cannot talk. I'm so excited. Like this older couple. I like it's so cute. This older couple and like the wife was sitting on like this swing and like the husband was like pushing her and I was like, that's so
Oh
cute.
my gosh, that's so cute.
And so it's like I think I liked that one first and then all of a sudden the other one started popping up and I was like, this fits. It's like I'm like you just love like being with the person that you love the most. And I was like, of course. So I pulled that and then made a little video and I was like, imagine being so in love that like anywhere is a dance floor. In the middle of like you just dance like no one's watching because you don't care what anyone else thinks.
I wonder if there was any music for them.
I feel like there's gotta be at some point. Otherwise it just unless they have headphones in and they're listening, it's like the silent discos.
If it was a song, what songs do you think it would be that they're dancing to? Obviously, apart from Presley Tennant, "Love You with the Lights On," but what other song do you think
Well,
it might
thank
be that
you.
they're dancing to?
Okay, it's gotta be like one that they either are reminiscing about that's like their like first dance song at like their wedding.
Okay.
Or what's the song? It's Ed Sheeran. They're like, we were just kids when we fell in
yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
I feel like that's like the ultimate like slow dance couple song.
Yeah, it
I'd
very
agree.
much is.
Pick Your Poison, your
Yep.
most recent song. Got your press release and I played it and when I play a new song, I like to like read a little bit of it out. And I was going through a situation and I was reading it and I was like, so the story behind this song, you know, sometimes people like they don't stay away from the things that are bad. And I was reading it, I was like, oh my God. And my friend was texting me while I was on it, like, wow, that must have been really hard for you to read. So like, how's the response to that song been? Because I imagine that strikes a chord with a lot of the girly pops.
Oh my God. It's been so cool like sing like I don't know, at least like even little things with like my friends especially. Because I mean, I know everything like that's going on with them, and they're like, Presley, like, did you write this about me? And I was like, no, girl, like I wrote this about me like a while back. What do you mean?
Because we're
I was like, I'm
all
glad we
doing
all
it.
resonate because everyone does it, and it's like, I don't know. There's even like the phrase, it's like that I can change him and things like that. And it's like you can't.
No.
Don't trust. It's like there are good and bad people of every place. I mean, I know girls that are not the greatest in relationships, but great friends. But then I know guys that are the same way. It's the same thing. It just depends on. It comes down to the person.
What's easier for you to do then? Is it easier for you to write a song like the new song, "Love You with the Lights On," or do you find it kind of more, I don't know, thrilling? Is that the word? Writing a song like "Pick Your Poison," because I suppose they're two kind of opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they? In kind of terms of feeling.
Yeah. I would say it's easier for me to write something like "Pick Your Poison," I think because at that point, I mean, that song wasn't written about like a specific situation, but it's just, you know, like the overall feeling, and it's just like okay, like you live and you learn, like you're past that point in your life. But then it's like writing like a love song is so vulnerable
Yeah.
because it's like, oh my God, you're sharing like even if it's with one person, but it's like you're still sharing like that like part that you don't want so many people to know about, like, or not so many people to know about, but it's like that only one person should, and then all of a sudden it's like everyone knows, and it's like, that's crazy. Like that's a vulnerable feeling versus like Pick Your Poison was something that was like okay, time done in my life, that's a learning lesson for me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, that's shame on me. Like I should have learned.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
For sure.
And I think with like the love songs and the sad songs as well, you almost got to get to a point of like you've got to admit that that's how you feel, or like accept that that's what's happened, and that's a massive step to then
Yeah.
put it out in the song. And I feel like sometimes that might be I've written no songs in my life. But I can imagine that that's a big
Well,
barrier
it's
to
like
get there.
exactly, and it's like you have to like be okay. You're like, yeah, like this is it. Okay, I guess I'm willing to share this with people. It's like you have to like take a little look in the mirror, and you're like, do I want to do this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, also at the same time, I wrote it a year and a half ago now, and so it's just kind of I've been sitting on it, and I love the way it turned out, and it kind of has like that soul bluesy type feel, which I
Yeah.
love because I've taken a lot of inspiration from that growing up, and so it's kind of like I've been sitting on it for a while, and I was like, you know what, like it's also it's getting colder. I don't know. I know it's always kind of cold where you guys are,
Mhm.
but it's getting colder at least out here. And so I'm like, what is it? What do they call it? Cuddle season or something like
Cuffing.
that?
It's cuffing
Cuffing
season.
season. There we go.
Yes.
And so I was like, this is cuffing season. Like,
Mhm.
you're gonna find someone. So I was like, this is perfect timing.
Yes.
Especially after Pick Your Poison. I'm like, I can't be like
You
man
got
hating.
yeah.
Man hating.
You
I'm not a man.
Gone through too much hate and shade.
I'm not. But I wanted to make it like special. It's holiday time, you're spending time with your loved ones and all things like that. So
Well, speaking of the holidays, last time we spoke was about a year ago now, and we talked about what you have on Christmas Day and all the lovely food and the chefing that goes on. My question to you, how has your cooking improved since last Christmas, and what are you planning for this Christmas? What are you in charge of this time?
I will say my cooking has improved a
That's it.
lot. For the sense that I never used to cook meat ever. Like maybe like chicken, like if
Mm.
it's like diced chicken or not diced, like minced chicken and like or not minced, ground. Wow, clearly I know what I'm talking about. But I was like, I don't know, I've been trying a lot of new stuff. You know, I don't want to look back in 10 years and be like, why did I do that when I could have done it this entire time? It's so easy. But I don't know. I've cooked a lot, and I feel like my favorite right now is Mississippi pot roast. If you've ever tried it,
Oh, what's in a Mississippi pot roast?
it is so good. If you have an instant pot, you just throw like a chuck roast in it, sear it up a little bit, ranch packet seasoning, a whole jar of pepperoncinis, and then
Sorry, Presley, you are speaking an entirely different language to me. Can we?
oh, I will send you the recipe, girl. I gotcha.
What are these ingredients? A chuck or
It's
what?
like
A chuck,
a
right?
chuck roast. So
What's
it's like
that?
I think it's the shoulder. It's the
Okay,
shoulder of a cow,
Okay.
right, and
and
then
then
a
it
floppercini. A what?
a
A
pepperoncinis.
peppercini. What's a
Unfortunately.
peppercini?
It's like a pepper. It's like I don't know. It's like an Italian. I think it's an Italian pepper. I don't
Like
know,
a.
but it's pickled. It's great.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
And then you put it all together, let it sit. You make some mashed potatoes, throw it on
Okay, I know
top.
what
Throw a
these are.
little.
I can do
Yeah,
that.
I've seen so many videos. It's like what is it? The spud truck that you guys have out there.
Yeah,
Do
I don't know if
incredible.
you know what I'm talking about.
Sorry, do I live
Have
in a
you,
I
cave? What's a spud truck?
what? Have you not seen this? This is this. So there's a few of them around, to be fair, but there's a guy. I don't know. There's a few. There's one in Wales, I think, and there's one kind of like in the east somewhere. But essentially,
Huh.
he has a TikTok account, Facebook page, and it's massive. And people go to this place, and he makes just jacket potatoes on the go with all sorts
and
of
I
Oh,
love
things.
how you guys call like I've never heard of a jacket potato until that point, and I was like, "What's a jacket potato?" And then it was just a baked potato, and I was like, "Oh."
yeah, it's got his
I
little
was like,
jacket
"This
on.
is so cool." I was like, "This is so cool." I'm calling it that from now on.
Yes.
There you
Okay,
go.
share the Mississippi
I
pie.
will send it to you.
Send it to
But
me.
I know I'm on potato duty this
Okay.
year. That's like
Yeah.
usually my go-to.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remembered this
So
because
everyone kind of brings a little side. So
I had written down roast potatoes because I know we were talking quite in depth about roast potatoes last time, but this is the serious bit. The potatoes are important, right?
I love
Yeah,
potatoes. I'm a potato connoisseur, so I don't discriminate against potatoes.
they're
I
in
love
good
them in all
hands.
forms.
Potatoes are so versatile. They're big up the potato. There's
They
nothing
are.
it can't do.
They are.
Exactly.
Mashed,
Exactly.
roasted,
They're like
jacketed,
chameleons. It's great.
baked.
Uh, j-
I don't know what else you can do to potato,
Yes.
but there we go.
Potato dauphinoise if you're feeling fancy.
Oh.
Now that's another language.
They're like, are they French? Where they're like
Yeah.
sliced and they have kind of like a creamy,
Oh,
cheesy.
I do know what you're talking about. I think. I said, just send me that recipe. We'll share them.
Okay, we'll share. All right. We'll
Maybe there's
sort
a
it.
cookbook. Maybe there's a
Exactly.
cookbook going on here that we're like,
Maybe this is what it needs to
Okay.
be.
Or just
Cookbook
purely
in the works.
potatoes and casseroles.
maybe we
Oh my
call...
god, cuffing season meals.
I think we just came up with something genius.
Oh my god, copyright that straight away.
Exactly.
Can I take a third, please? I feel like otherwise I need some involvement.
You were involved. You're
You were
part of this
involved, you were here,
conversation. Absolutely.
You said
Okay.
potato once or twice, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, speaking of
So-
things you are good at, Presley, I need to talk to you about your golf skills. Let's do my little Instagram. We love a little Instagram stalk to do some research. Have you been practicing? Because that was bad on your little video.
I can't say I practiced. My extent of my golf career, I think, is going to be Top Golf and anything that's right here. Like we still have it set up in the garage. No one's
Just in
used
case.
it. I used to practice all the time. When my dad first bought like the little simulator, like net thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I was out there so many hours of the day, like trying to get better because I was like, I want to go do this. Like, I want to go hang out with my dad and like go in the golf cart, drive around,
Yes.
and all that stuff. And then they took it away from me. They told me they sold it because I spent too much time out there.
Oh, what?
And then up until recently, they brought it back out, and I was like, you guys, are you serious?
Very mixed messages.
Yeah, but I don't think my golf career, I don't know if I could really ever go pro. I think I would show them all up.
Have you seen
So
like the
I
clips
just
on?
want to spare them.
What?
Have you seen? I follow like some social media accounts of like I feel like it's a thing now. Girls playing golf, and they look like they have the best time. They just like take a couple of White Claws in the golf cart and have a great day out, and they're really good. And the outfits are so cute.
That's what I'm saying. I have a few of my friends, like one of them, she lives out in New York, but she goes to school out there, comes back, and she was like, I want to get into golfing. I was like, girl, like we need to go. Like I have been trying, I've been learning. I remember the first time I should post like the improvements of like where I first started to where that was. But and so we were gonna make it a thing, but then she hasn't been back to California anytime soon. But then also it's like one of my other girlfriends, her like best friend, like sister basically is a pro golfer. And so I'm like, can she teach me?
Yeah.
Can we all just hang out and like I be taught? I need it.
Yeah. And then you could just like play everyone a song at the end.
Exactly.
And enjoy some potatoes together.
Exactly.
Sounds like a great day out.
From the cuffing season meal.
Yeah.
The cookbook.
Yeah.
That is the life.
There we go.
Exactly.
Day planned.
Exactly.
That is the life. Golf and roast potatoes aside, obviously we've just had the CMA Awards, which is always a great time.
Big night.
Fortunately for us, if we want to watch it, we've got to stay up to the early hours. But for you, Presley, did you watch it? How do you feel about it? What does the CMA Awards mean to you?
So I had watched it like clips and pieces on my phone. I do not have a TV in my room, and so I can't really watch it unless it's like on my phone. So I'll just see it as it's all scrolling. But I thought it was so good, at least the parts that I did see with Carrie Underwood and Cody Johnson and their duet.
Gosh, yes.
I goosebumps the entire time. They both looked incredible. The set, everything, the song, it was like perfect. Megan Maroney, I mean, I freaking love her.
Iconic.
She seriously, I'm like, it is so cool to see. And then with Ella and Riley winning their song, which I've had stuck in my head since the moment it came out, I was like, it makes sense why they won it. And I'm
Yes.
like, I get it. And I don't know, it was so cool to see. I wish I could have been there this year. I was like, but I'm hoping next year I'll be there.
So we're hoping that you'll be there and also that we'll be there. So
Yeah.
Exactly. There we go.
we can
Oh
all
my
go
God.
together.
We'll finally
launch
have
the
our
book.
first business meeting too.
Yes.
Yes. So true on the red carpet.
Exactly.
That would be it. Manifesting. We're manifesting a red carpet,
Exactly.
cuffing season, cookbook, business meeting.
Exactly.
Are we ready? Is it Chatter 10 time?
It's Chatter 10 time.
I feel like it needs a jingle like Chatter 10.
We can work it out.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Right then. So, is it time? It is time to play Chatter 10. So, Presley, you're the first person taking this on. Basically, this is a quick fire, 10 questions. We want you to answer these questions as honestly and as quickly as you can. No pressure at all. And hopefully, I can't wait to hear the answers to some of these, by the way. So, are you ready for Chatter 10?
I think so.
Okay. What is your favourite song?
The one that's been stuck in my head recently has been Truck on Fire, Carly Pierce.
Favorite album?
Oh, Chris Stapleton, the volume 2, I think it's volume 2 version.
Okay.
But anything Chris Stapleton.
Who is your favourite artist right now?
Right now, I would say Ella Langley.
Who is your country crush?
Ooh, I think Riley Green. I feel like everyone agrees with that.
Who would you say is the artist that we need to hear if we don't already?
I think I forget what his name is, but I know his song, and I think it's Old 90. It's like, the car breathing, another man scheming about what you did say to me. Whatever, that song.
Okay.
Freaking great. I think it's Old 90.
Yes.
Wow.
Or Old 80.
Oh my god. I'm searching on my phone. I thought you said Earl, like Earl, goodbye Earl. Earl 90. I was like,
O-L-E.
Yeah. OLE.
oh 60.
Old 60. There we go. I knew
There
it was
we
a
go.
number.
Okay, what is your favorite line from a song?
Okay, you know what's the most fun to sing is Muscadine Bloodlines. The entire chorus of Me on You. It's so fun.
I love Muscadine Bloodline with my whole heart.
They are so cool.
They are
Like,
so
I don't know,
cool.
like their whole like, I don't know. You can never go wrong with any of their songs.
No,
Any of them.
So me and Matt did this the other day, and I picked a different line from Tag Lily Gold, but one of their songs opens with "The makeup's worth the breakup, the way Linda lays it on me," and I think that is just maybe my favorite line.
Well, it's like they're like the internal rhymes are so like satisfying. Like even like the, actually, you know what? My favorite line to sing out of that song, "Me on You," is the "Good God Almighty and Lordy, have mercy, little mama got me fumbling, stumbling about the way that she walks."
Yes.
I was like, I don't know the intonation on it. I'm a freak for that stuff. I love the technical stuff of songs. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, ooh, ooh.
Right?
I was like, the stank face came on. I was like, what?
Honestly,
What is
when that
going on?
comes
They're
on in
so
the
cool.
car, I'm like, I am a singer. I am an
Exactly.
artiste. I don't even
Even
know
like
that, like, I'm not even sure I say the right words. I just make the sounds. By the time you get to chorus, like, it's all so fast. I'm just
Exactly.
like, who knows what
I
I'm
get it.
saying? Sorry, I know that question's about you, but it did come a little bit about me then. I'm sorry about that.
Okay then.
Presley, what's your
right.
favourite line? And let me tell you what mine is.
Okay, right. Presley, what is you would say the best gig you have performed?
There are two different ones, I would say. It's anytime, I think it was Boots in the Park has got to be one of my top favorites, and I have a couple dates with them coming up again this year. But I would say Always Is Coolest in my hometown.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I feel like I'm not here too much now because I'm back and forth between here and Nashville. But I don't know, getting to play here. It's like on the soccer fields where I grew up playing soccer. I know, like, I had so many people that I know that I grew up with in a way always show up, and it's really cool to see them. And to see that they're there, especially like early on in the day instead of getting there later at night, which I'm like, y'all don't have to. Like, that's just crazy. But I don't know. I think that's the most like wholesome, like cool moment for me. I would say I do love playing over at Stoney's Rock and Country in Las Vegas,
Oh.
but I love line dancing. And so I love line dancing. I used to go every Wednesday in high school. And so it's like everybody's dancing and singing along, and it's really cool to see because I'm like, oh my God, this is like a part of me. I'm like, this I never thought in a million years they would be like dancing to my stuff or knowing the words to my stuff. Like, that's the coolest feeling.
Oh my God, I bet that is when people start singing your music back to you. I bet that's like, it's happening.
It's a weird feeling because I'm like, y'all, you guys know this? Like, bye. No, but I'm so appreciative of it.
Excellent. Okay. Best gig you've been to?
The last one that I went to was a Sabrina Carpenter concert, and that was really cool to see.
Yeah.
I love Sabrina. Like, I was like, she is for the girls.
Who is your go-to artist to listen to? You're driving, you just want to hear some good music. You want to just go, I'm banking on them. Who are you going to straight away?
Honestly, it's Muscadine Bloodline. I listen to a lot of their stuff. I
Cheers,
take a
bro.
lot of inspiration from it.
What's your country karaoke song?
Country karaoke song is Gunpowder and Lead or Before He Cheats. It's like, it's one of the two. I grew up listening to Miranda and Carrie all the time growing up. And so for me, it's like, that's a no-brainer. I'm like, I had no idea what it meant when I was like 5 years old, 4 years old, and I was singing it, and I was like, back up. I got a shotgun. It's bigger than me. Like, I'll use it. I've never shot a gun in my life at that point. But it was funny. I was like, yeah.
I love that.
And what are you going to do about it? No, it was funny.
Presley, what's happening for you next? Where can people find you, especially UK fans? Is there any plans? What are you up to?
I have been trying to make it work where I get to go out to the UK. So bad. So I'm hoping this year something works out. But in the meantime, I will be playing down in Vegas a lot this year.
Okay.
Or at least till the end of the year. I'll be at Stoney's in Vegas on the 29th. Old Red in Las Vegas for NFR week, and Country Christmas or Cowboy Christmas, and then with Stetson right afterwards, and then coming back down to California, playing in Temecula, and then House of Blues in Anaheim, and then there's so many dates coming up for beginning of the year that I can't announce just yet. There's a few that I released, but over time they'll be coming out very soon.
Amazing. Well, fingers crossed we get something to work out for you to come over here because we'd love to see you.
Thank you. I would love to come out there. I was like, we gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen for sure. Presley, as always, a pleasure to chat to you. Have the best time, and let's make this work. 2025 is the year you come over and see us here in the UK. And yeah, thank you once again.
Thanks.
And if I see any more videos of couples dancing outside UK supermarkets, I'll send them straight to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. And thank you guys so much for having me.
No, thank you. This has been so much fun.